So the materials department is inherently a very interdisciplinary department. If you look at the background of our PhD students, there's chemists, biologists, engineers, physicists, and I think that my project in particular kind of pulls on all these aspects. I'm studying things with neutrons, and that's a very physics background, and I make hydrogels, and that's chemistry, and I build machines, and that's mechanical engineering, and all of it kind of falls under that umbrella of material science and interrogating what's happening to my materials.
I'm looking for students who are interested broadly about the world, who are hungry for understanding the fundamental basis of our surroundings. We want to know if students who come to us are hungry for a PhD. They need to be someone who's going to be tinkering with things until they understand a particular problem, a particular field. And so we're looking for students who are broadly curious.
Angela is one of those PIs who sees what I am passionate about and then says, okay, how can we turn this into a big project? And so for me, I've said, I'm really passionate about characterization and I would love to do that more. And so Angela said, great, let's build new machines that will slide hydrogels and let's characterize them in neutron beams, which are types of facilities that we can only get in certain places in the world. And let's have you teach new characterization techniques to new students. And so really every kind of part of my PhD program so far has been influenced by what I'm passionate about. And that's because you've been so great as a mentor in kind of bringing that all together.
I have had the most rewarding experience working with Katie, my mentee, and I have been astounded by her capacity to take on projects that are outside of her comfort zone, but that are not outside of her drive to learn more about them. And so there are some really interesting projects that I knew would be only possible if Katie was interested and was willing to participate in those projects. There are research areas that I have myself not been involved in until Katie was interested in joining these efforts. And so it's really been transformative to have Katie, my mentee, as a part of this team because it's transformed our own science.
We should always be putting ourselves in situations where we don't know a lot. I think that you're never going to grow as a scientist or as a person if you're not reaching out to people who know a lot more about a field than you do, and those are kind of the most magical collaborations, I think, is where two people have no idea what each other does, but we meet in the middle and create something really, really cool.
So some aspects of our lab that help transform our interdisciplinary research are really three key things that I ask of all my students. The first is honesty. If the student is working in a project and they are feeling like they could use more support, they need to tell me. They need to talk to someone. They need to reach out. They also need to be very ready to document what they do. So that includes lab notebooks, that includes writing manuscripts, telling the world about what they do is important. And then the third part is communication. So science communication that we do in the lab doesn't end there. We are very passionate about science outreach and communicating what we do in the lab to the next generation of scholars from K through 12 all the way up to public lectures. I strongly encourage my group to go out into the public and communicate what they do so that the world understands the importance of our research in our lab.
UCSB was a really collaborative environment, and I think that that was the most important thing to me in a graduate program, aside from the academics. I knew that every professor here had really cool research going on, but I wanted the people that I've been working with to be people who are going to support me and people that I can support in turn as well.
I support my students in reaching their career goals, in part by listening to what they're truly passionate about and trying to figure out how what we do in the lab can advance their skills and their capabilities. If students come to me and they tell me about a particular passion for a particular career path, I try to put them in front of people who can either help them advance to the next step through internships or through training opportunities, through workshops, through seminars, through conferences, and I try to tailor those students and encourage them to pursue opportunities that will be best aligned with their field of interest and their passions.